Hello engineers, welcome. Man, here we are again. Welcome to you all. How's everybody doing? Everyone doing okay? So, we've got quite a few people here already. We have William Sutar, Adam Rushton, thank you very much you guys for dropping in. Colin White, Colin doesn't often make these streams due to the inconvenient time I do them. So, Colin, big welcome to you. William Sutar, I already said you. Mark7188, hello to you too. The Ugly Duckman's here, he's glad to have his wrench back after yesterday. How was it, Duckman, yesterday? I only saw snippets of the chat. But yeah, I guess you will know better than I did whether people were behaving or not. But fortunately, it wasn't any of my responsibility yesterday, which was quite nice. Trace Pierce, hello. Cheers, Trace, and thank you very much, by the way, for all your support over the other live streams. I really do appreciate that. Leon RW, hello, welcome to you. Trace Pierce, Duck, you lost your wrench. Yes, he's talking about the Hatton stream, obviously, where the mods are all different. Ronan's Railways is here as well. We have Sharky McSharknose, word up, y'all. Yes, indeed. It's a very English response to that, wasn't it? And Adam Ruston, Ronan's Railways, yeah. I think we've got everybody that's in there. If you haven't had a shout out, get in there, and I will hopefully see you. Still in lockdown, says Adam. Yes, we certainly are. I hope you're all doing okay in it as well. Right, well, as always, I thought I would start off by thanking my latest new members. So let me just pull up the list and I will go through and welcome all the new members. So if you joined around the time of last month's stream, you might have gotten a shout out then as well. But I want to make sure I get everybody. So we have Mr. Jodge. Have we got Mr. JOJ in the chat? If so, welcome to you. LBSC Studios, James McKnight, Jono, JONO, Yuyan, Bobbly Bunny, Leon RW, Drossera 88 and Ty Nuns. So welcome to you guys, and also even bigger congratulations to William Hawkes, William Sutar, Colin Whites, the Duke of Rawsome, and Paul S, who have made it to 12 months subscription. So to you guys especially, I appreciate you all, but to you guys especially, thank you so much for the continued support. That is absolutely amazing. Right, so as always, if this is your first stream or anything like that, this is your chance to talk about what you want to talk about, or have me talk about anything you like. So if you've got a topic of conversation, bung it in the chat and we will take a look. If you've got any videos you'd like me to look at, send me an email with the link and I can certainly do that. So yeah, take control if you'd like to. Don't be shy. Right, let's have a look. Where did I get up to? Living the best life, says Trace Pierce. I'm glad to hear that, Trace. Glad to hear it. Let's see, seems to have sorted itself out now, says Ronan's Railways. Too sensible to fire Duckman. Oh yes, no, I wouldn't fire Duckman, certainly not. I did send Mark an invitation, so he might or might not be along at some point. Well, depends whether I've seen it or not. I've not seen him in the chat yet though. Good stream yesterday, had trouble with spam, much better behaved than here. Yes, they were actually, weren't they? Yes, I suppose Hattons might be more eager to stamp out some of the nonsense, but no, I don't mind it. You know, if it makes people happy to say whatever they like, then that is fine. As long as it's not naughty or offensive, it's all right by me. But yeah, the engineer streams are always a bit more mature, aren't they? Usually. What are engineer streams about, says Trace Pierce? Well, it's just a podcast, really. We normally talk about the state of the hobby. We might talk about certain models. I sometimes give hints on upcoming videos. I can certainly do some of those today if you like. Besides that, it's really up to you guys. So if there's anything that you'd like to discuss, or anything you want to ask, but more discuss or hear thoughts about, we can certainly do that. And obviously, because it's quite a nice small chat, I mean, there's only 12 odd people here, people can get their opinions in there, and I'll definitely see them, unlike the other live streams where it just goes kind of fast. So yeah, that's the point really. It's just a bit of an exclusive thank you to you guys, basically, because obviously you're supporting me, so it's nice to give you something special back without the rest of the public being involved. They have no idea these are going on. Right. What's the next Great Western engine you're going to review, says Adam. I will have a look, Adam. I don't suppose there's anything wrong with saying that. Right, so where were we? The last one to go up was the 73. So the next one, well, it's not a loco, but the next one will be the Great Western coaches, I think, the Clerestories. Then I've got a train set, which has a pannier tank in it. And then I've got the DJM 1361 tank engine, which is going up as well. And we have an O-gauge Great Western loco of some description. So if you like Great Western, there's quite a lot on the way. So the next one will be the Great Western Clerestory coaches coming out on the 4th of May, so not too long. Sharky McSharknose, we usually go on for about 45 minutes to an hour, somewhere around there usually. Right, welcome to the new people and welcome 1 yearers. Yes, indeed. I can't believe people would want to subscribe to this for more than a year, but thank you so much. The other thing is to you chief mechanical engineers, I know you haven't been getting your desktop wallpapers recently. I need to do one for last month and this month. It's just been crazy ever since this lockdown. All my spare time's been going into the bonus live streams that I've been doing. Which is fine, obviously, but I've still got to keep my videos coming up, and normally those afternoons are where I would sit and edit, so the editing is now being pushed forwards into the evenings, and yeah, the spare time is quite limited at the moment, but this afternoon I have made time and I'm going to be taking some photos to make the desktop background. So if you're a chief and you're waiting for those, I apologise, but you will get the right amount. I will make sure the balance checks out in the end. How's the O-gauge coming along, says Mark7188. It's really cool. If you are an engineer, you should be able to have a look at the extension I did. There was a bonus video that I put up on the community tab. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. I showed you that you're the first people to actually see the full extension. So, well, let me know what you thought, really. Jake Darling, currently at work, but there's next to nothing to do. What sort of work, Jake? If you're a key worker or something, then thank you very much for whatever it is you're doing. It's very good of you to take one for the team like that. Right. Do you ever participate in model railway shows? No, I don't think so. What do you mean? Running engines, providing rolling stock scenery? No, not really. I've never done anything like that. You mean like TV shows? No, I've never fancied it. I certainly wouldn't fancy going on the Great Model Railway Challenge or anything like that, or auditioning. But some people are a lot braver than I am, and a lot more skill, of course. The next set of live streams, Bearded Frodo, I expect will go on over the summer period, so it'll be one a month. The next one's going to be in May, I believe. So look out for that. I'm hopefully going to give some locos away during it as well, which should be quite nice. Yes, you're right, Duckman. Yeah, one thing that came up yesterday, surprised the hobby is still going strong despite the lockdown. Yes, amazing. I mean, we might complain a lot about some of the various manufacturers, but you have to say they haven't just buried their heads, have they? They've certainly carried on, which is very impressive. Yes, Jake, good question. What projects are people working on in isolation? Do let us know in the chat. I think you've seen what I've been doing mostly. Yeah, I'm glad Colin can be here as well. So Trace, yeah, that's cool. Nice to get things online still. Tons of locos. Yes, you're right. American British Railways certainly has been. Right. Hoping to order a couple of bits in the next couple of weeks. Nice. Any clues as to what they might be, Duckman? I'd be interested to know. Fox transfers are still open. Oh, good. Is that your usual place for supplies, Jake? That sounds good. What email may I send a video to? Yes, my email address should be in the description. You can send it to there and I'll take a look for it. Glad to look at it. It has to be a YouTube link. I think that's the best way to do it. Got my Centenary wagon. How is the Centenary stuff, William? That sounds pretty good. Yes, I remember Adam's 64XX. The pickups might be dodgy because it's jittery at high speed. You'd expect it to become less jittery as the speed goes up. But it could be the pickups. I would love to try the experimental Purple A4. That's one of the ones I'm desperately interested in getting, but I'm not sure if I can justify it because obviously besides the colour it's the same as the other A4s I've done, so we shall see. American British Railways, a new Patriot, fantastic. Is that a Hornby one, I would imagine, or perhaps not? No, there's a Bachmann one too, isn't there? No, I won't burn myself out, Trace. No, it's all right. The servicing stuff I'd be doing anyway, and it's coming up to the end of the month, so I will be doing the servicing anyway. And it's not much extra work, just to set a camera up, of course. It is a bit slower going with the chat up and everything and having to talk my way through, but, you know, it's fine. If it means that people have got something nice to, something they enjoy rather, or interested in to watch, then I'm very glad to do it. When there will be another request live stream? Some point, hopefully, over the next series, over the summer, I'll hopefully be doing one. Ministry of Justice in your local court. Wow. No, mostly cancelled. Oh dear. Oh well. So, I'm guessing you're just sitting around then waiting for something to come up, are you, Jake? Blimey. N-scale brass locos. Wow, that sounds quite involved. N-scale brass. Mind you, I imagine brass is a good idea in N-Skage because they're desperately in need of weight, aren't they, being at the size they are? Yep, absolutely, Duckman. Yes, fair play indeed. Is that so? Yes, I saw a bit of that, Adam Ruston, about the Heritage Railways. Well, they deserve all the help they can get. Hopefully they will be busy this summer after the lockdowns are released, hopefully. Oh, Tracy's a vet. Oh, gosh. Yes. Good old vets. We had to take our hamster to the vet yesterday because his eye's got a problem. So, yes, it's good on vets for doing that. Yeah, I know, Jake. I wish I had the courage to solder brass kits. I've started my layout. Had to change how I planned it, says Bearded Frodo. Oh, do tell. Right. Finally go back to work. 30th of April, Leon. Okay. Oh, that sounds cool, Leon. All right. Well, good luck when you go back. Hope everything's well. No soldering, thankfully, said Sharky. That's not too bad then. You locked in till June minimum. Wow. Gosh. All right. Well, you take care. Try and keep sane, I suppose. Working from home until May 15th. Well, I feel you. I mean, I've always worked at home, but it's very different, obviously, from being told you can't leave. Run our heritage trains. Yeah, I wonder when the heritage lines will think of opening. I don't know. I mean, because they're attractions, aren't they? And I've not seen any attractions sort of release an opening date yet. I'd be interested to hear that. But for economy reasons, as soon as it's safe, you'd expect that they would be opening pretty quick. Smooth. Paint a cab, American British Railways. Thinking about buying a Hornby King. Yes, Mark. The Kings are well worth it. And I think Jack was saying during yesterday's stream, we talked afterwards actually, he was saying they have got a bargain King for 120, 130 quid, something like that. It's very good for that money. Very good indeed. Brass in N-scale is rare actually. Yeah, I can imagine, because I mean it's difficult to get all that little detail in brass when you're talking N-gauge. But if you can, no doubt the extra weight and quality that brass brings will be a big bonus. No, not from eating frosting. No, his eye, his eye was sort of crusting over and not opening, and it went a bit red as well, and so he was suspected something. I can't remember now, but it was swollen and a bit nasty, and they've given him some eye drops. No, it wasn't from eating frosting. No, we haven't done that since because it didn't agree with. Well, it did agree with him. I think a bit too well. That was the problem. But you know what? Bit of something you fancy once in a while. Shouldn't be doing it really, of course. Right. Just annoying being at home, says Leon. It certainly is. Mind you, we've been going walks every day because we're lucky that we've got some forests that we can get in where there are very few other people, so chances of running into people are quite slim. A weird project, Jake. We don't do weird projects here. A heavily modified Tornado with an extended BR tender. Okay, Jake, cool. Yeah, I'll look out for the email. Cool. I don't know about more Thomas and Friends videos, William, because they're not that viable anymore. I'll still want to do them, but I'm not sort of desperate to come up with new ideas because I basically won't get paid for them anymore. But certainly if new models get released, or if I get a really good idea, I will do it. But obviously I can't do them all that often because, yes, I will go bust if I did that. But we're trying to work through it. There we go, American British Railways, a BR Blue Bargain King 129. It's good for the King. It's very good. They're great models. Well, you can see my review if you like. Very, very detailed. In fact, I give them 10 out of 10. If I was reviewing it this year, I probably wouldn't, because I'm harsher these days, because obviously if you start giving 10s out, the reviews become useless. The suggestion being that that the model is perfect, and I don't think any model can be, unless it's an actual miniaturized steam locomotive that's 100% realistic. No, there's always a compromise, isn't there? So I don't think you can ever give 10 out of 10. There's always something to improve. Sounds good, Jake. Asking if anyone's ordered the Fel from KR Models. I've held off on ordering the Fel because I want the GT3 delivered first, because obviously I don't want to sink that much money into them if the models aren't going to be that good. Now, don't get me wrong, I've got every expectation that the models are going to be good, but you don't know until you've seen the thing. So if the GT3 is really good, then yes, I probably would place an order for the Fel and see what it's like. They do look excellent though, I won't have to say that. There's a wrench in the works again. Cheap Kings. Of course it's not that cheap, but it is for what you get, I think. Right. Vintage Hornby Clockwork Trains, Mark. That sounds fantastic. Yeah, he did. He went on a proper sugar rush. He started climbing up the bars of his cage, up onto the roof of his cage, upside down, desperately trying to get through the bars to get more of this cake frosting. It was quite something. And we ended up having to take him out of the cage and letting him run over our hands, because he kept dropping off the roof of his cage, falling 3 stories and crashing on the floor, only to climb back up and do the same thing again. It was a bit worrying. Thought he was going to do himself in. I wouldn't build a garden layout tie, because obviously the key purpose for a layout of mine would be filming, and there are a lot of things, where I live at least, that would put a stop to that. We're quite near a road, so if the wind's blowing in the right direction, it's just road noise, not very pleasant, and of course the weather too. No, I'd rather be indoors, to be honest, because then I can film whenever I like, artificial light, etc, etc. It's more convenient. The next 040 or 060 review, says Bearded Frodo. Oh, what a question. That will be the J70. That is coming on the 25th of April. So that's coming, you'll be seeing it tomorrow then, engineers. You'll get the early access. And good God, it's good. I'll show you a bit of a teaser of that later on if you like. The performance wasn't the best, but it looked fantastic. Right, any chance of a comment on my Lego N2? Ah, okay. I'm a bit behind on emails, Trace, but I will try my best to get back up to date on those at some point. Right. Will you give a sneak peek? Yes. Raphael Wellards just asked that. So yes, I will do that, Raphael, no problem. Ah, it was you, American British Railways, who sent me. Yes, it was you, right. Yes, I remember now. It was very delicate, yes. Well, actually, to tell you what, I bought a modern Hornby Royal Scot, so I've got one of those to do soon. They're reasonably similar to the Patriots, aren't they? But Patriot would be nice, very much so. My Hornby Patriots are both railroad ones, so a super detailed one would be nice. And I'm not sure about the rebuilt Battle of Britain, Adam. Maybe. I think it will be the Merchant Navies next for me, but we shall see. We shall see. Right, several rebuilt Battle of Britons. Oh yes, it's hard to resist them, isn't it? American British Railways, very much so. Yeah, I prefer unrebuilt as well, Jake. Yeah, I think I probably do, but they're both nice. I think they're both nice. What's your with the wish list engine you'd like to have a review? Oh, I don't really know. The D-Class probably. I'd love to see those Dapple D-Class come to fruition, but I don't know what Dapple's situation is, because we've still not got those Terriers. Still not. Yeah, I'm excited for the GT3 review, Jake. KR Models offered me their sample in November last year. He wanted me to take it home from Worley overnight and film the review and bring it back the next day. But I told him I didn't want to rush it that way, and I'd rather, when I do the video, rather it be the final product. But I almost got to review it. The Patriot and Royal Scot Super Detail model uses the same instructions. Ah, so they probably use the same chassis then, do they? Ah, interesting. Like I say, I've not opened my Scott yet, so we'll have to see what it's like. Oh, you have a Patriot in the Irish mail pack. Pretty beaten up now, though. It's been running... Oh, broken running board. Bent rods. Oh, dear. Is that the railroad one, then? How long have they been around? Cool. Anyway, anybody got any layout projects you want to share? Let me have a look through my emails, see if I've actually received some. I've not actually got a good track record, have I, of actually finding what people have sent. But I got Pete's, and I got Trace's, and Jake's. Fantastic. And is it Ronan as well? Yes. Cool. Let's save some of these then. Bear with me. Stream. So this one is Ronan. Okay. Oh, I can see an N2. Amazing. We've got, oh, Jake's Tornado. I'm trying not to look at these, by the way, until I get them up on the screen. Although the Hornby Patriot, oh gosh. Wow, that does look good. Bear with. And Trace. Okay, Trace has sent a link for the Lego Loco, so I think that's what it is. Let's go into the browser. Oh, there we go. We've got the, I don't know what that was. Oh, that was somebody trying to fleece you for the, for one of those cheap motors, wasn't it? Cool. Wow. I can't believe they actually run. That's astonishing. Whoa. That's very impressive, Trace, actually. And those coaches, too. Did you do the coaches yourself? Trace has gone to sneeze, I think. Wow, I must say it's a very good likeness to an N2 to say that that's made of Lego. That is bonkers. And what a layout as well. That must have been quite something to build. It runs very well. How do they control then? Are they electrified or what? Wireless? American British Railways says it's amazing. I agree. That is amazing. I'll have to go ahead and like that later on. Brilliant, Trace. That's very good. Right, let's go back to google.com. There we go. Ooh, something strange going on at Google today. Right, and, oh, we've got the Terrier again. That was the O-gauge one, wasn't it? Okay. So, oh God. Where did that come from? I think that's ducks, isn't it? Stream. Oh. I think we've got something. There we go. There's the Patriot for you folks, if you're interested. Look at that. Oh, and that Tornado, wow. Almost unrecognisable. Oh, I see what you mean about the tender core. That's quite a project, that. Oh, now we've got the N2 on its side. I love the GNR stickers, that's very good. What else have we got? Oh, and that's it. Very nice, folks. Thank you very much for those. I'll leave those on so you can have another look. Cool. Coaches are a whip, but I did build them myself. Cool. Okay, Leon, thank you. I will take a look at that email in a second. And it's okay, it's remote, it's radio controlled, okay. Wow, look at that. How did you do that steam pipe on the side? It's very good. It's amazing, really, what Lego's capable of, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. Oh, yes, and there was an update, by the way, on the Dapol Class 73. What did you guys think about that, by the way? Have any of you had experiences with the Dapol 73? You wouldn't believe the number of comments saying, yes, I've had one, and it's exactly the same, you know, running issues, bad motors, crazy stuff. But what I did just this morning was I whipped out the old motor. I was very close to destroying it with a hammer, and I put in one of those £2 Hornby motors with the dual shafts, and it runs perfectly. It's still cutting out a little bit on points, but as far as the motor speed's concerned, it's much, much better. They're not fast locos anyway, but yeah, it solved all of the problems, and it's much better, much better. Even though it's a smaller, lighter motor that I've put in, it just runs 10 times better. So Why don't they just put decent motors in? I don't understand it. Crazy. Hornby and Bachmann 4MTs, says Adam. That would be interesting. You mean the standard Ford tender engines? Yes. Not sure. I haven't planned to do that right now, but it is on my videos list. Yes, it is. Yes, I remember putting it on. So it is on the video ideas list, so we'll do that. Oh, it was Mark's Terrier. Yes, that's right. Oh, the Duke of Rawsom's popped in from Chicago. Wow. Welcome, Duke. Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Unsure what colour to paint my project. Or BR black. That sounds smart. I like the idea of that, yes. No, Trace, no, it wasn't a positive experience. And yet, the O-Gauge experience, besides the wagons, has been totally the opposite. Absolutely amazing. The 14XX is astonishing. The packaging let that down, in fact. The packaging was ridiculous. You actually have like a plastic cage around the loco, and you have to take out these big screws, and the loco itself is screwed to this plastic cage. All that waste plastic, and still the model was damaged. In fact, much worse than the Terrier was. I don't understand it. But besides that, the loco was very good. I love the Tornado in the apple green with British Railways livery on the tender. Yes, I think we all like that. I'm going to be reviewing that one pretty soon. American British Railways, hopefully. Yes, Ty, that was the salt in the wound, wasn't it? Because the loco looked so good. Nope. Sadly, it wasn't to be. Right, almost bought the Bachmann one on eBay. Which one's that? American British Railways. Oh, the Tornado. Yeah, they are expensive. And they're a bit heavier because they've got the die-cast running plate, but the mechanisms are absolutely terrible. Square bearings in the wheel set, 3-pole motors, no tender pickups. How they dare to charge that much for them, I have no idea. Because the Hornby ones are half the price, and yes, they're not as heavy, but they are heavy. And the mechanisms are beautiful. Although I think some of them still have 3-pole motors, which is unnecessary, but you can change them if you find some suitable replacements. Yes, I will, Raphael. I will review another Oxford Rail steam locomotive, definitely. Well, I've got some of the 060s, the LNER 060s pre-ordered, both versions, in fact, so hopefully they'll be good. Right. Yeah, they do seem to be a bit all over the place with the build quality, which is a shame because obviously a lot of their models do look fantastic. Yeah, maybe Trace. Maybe that's why it is, because they're larger. But then again, all the other manufacturers seem to manage double O gauge. I mean, they're not that tight, are they? That Class 73, have plenty of space in there for a good mechanism. Bubble car. Same problems. Yeah, sorry to hear that, Colin. Oh, but the DCC chip fixed it. That's interesting. So it could be to do with motor management then, maybe. That's how he came to own the Tornado Project Loco. Cut the detail off the Hornby. Okay. Ah. Yes, I think you did the right thing, American British Railways. You can only find the Railroad Tornado model from Hornby for sale. Yes, yeah. They're better, in my opinion. The level of detail is not that different, really. Right, let's do a bit of a preview then, shall we, for the J70, if I can find it. What do you want to see? Do you want to see a bit of the performance, perhaps? Let me shut the sound up. Right, bear with. Let's see if we can get this to go. Right. Where are we? This stupid video player is not very good. Hang on. Let's do it with VLC. That might be best. These are assembled. It's very, very... Ah, shush. Sorry about that. Right. Here we go. Hey, we got it. So hopefully you'll see it after these odd wagons have gone past. Oh, nope, still not it. No, that was the Sentinel and Toby. Here we go. The level of detail and the weight is amazing. The amazing thing about these Rapido J70s is they've got effectively two bodies. So you've got the outer body, which is the sort of tram part with the wood panels, and then underneath it you've actually got a metal die-cast, effectively steam loco under there. So you've got the boiler, the smoke box, firebox, cab controls and all that. It's all inside there. You can't hardly see it most of the time, but if you put your eye to the window and everything, you can see it. In fact, if I back us up a little while, you can see some of that there. I mean, you've got the firebox there, but if you look through the other windows, yeah, you can see we've got the full boiler inside there, all made of metal, incredibly heavy. But again, the mechanism let it down. It didn't run too badly, as you can see, but let's go back to that performance test. Yes, it's not brilliant, but it's not terrible either. Yes, it's very impressive. I think, of course, it should have been because it was very expensive. But yes, it's definitely an upgrade on some of the British stuff we've had in the past, definitely. Go on then, and I will also show you the ridiculous packaging for the for the 14XX. Let's see. No, we don't want to open with that. Right. Here we go. You ready for the packaging? Can you believe it? And then not only is the loco screwed into a box like that, but it's also, you have to take the top off like that, and then you have to balance the loco on its chimney and on some of the other details. Oh yeah, that was some of the pipe work that had come detached because the loco's basically not supported at all. It's held on at its base in that plastic sort of jacket, and the loco is not cushioned whatsoever, so it's actually really poor packaging. And yeah, this is what you have to do. Look, you have to take the loco, flip it onto its end, and this is such an expensive model. We're talking 200 quid, and it's balanced on its chimney. Well, you have to grab a screwdriver with the other hand and undo the rest of the screws. What were they thinking? And there were countless damages to it. We've got suspension springs off, pipe work come detached. What else was there? There was quite a lot of pipe work detached, a handrail off. It was basically a kit. There was a lot of work involved just to get the thing to go back together. And of course you've got to do all that again the next time you decide you're going to take it anywhere. So, But besides that, it was an excellent model. But again, it's just got this silliness that Dapol seem to employ sometimes. I don't know. Anyway, let's catch up with the chat. Oh, the Hornby King or the Hornby Mallards. It's Mark 7188. To be honest, Mark, they're equally good. They're equally good. They're very, very good. The Oxford crane I don't expect will be motorised, no tie. Although they haven't really announced many details, but given the price, I wouldn't expect it to be. No private donations on these streams. No, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think they're enabled. But no, you give your wallet a rest. You've already paid for this one with your membership. So thank you very much. But you're very kind, guys. Thank you very much, Leon, as well. The Conrods on the Bachmann are better, in my opinion. Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough, Jake. That's fair enough. Yeah, the level of detail is slightly better, but it's not ultra amazing, is it, for the extra money? Yes, I got mine cheap as well. But mechanically, I mean, if you've ever taken the base apart, for example, or if you've seen the motor or the gear set, you can tell that they're not quite as good. Yes, the J70 Trace, very good, very impressive. The Bachmann started on 99 pence. Yeah, I mean, the RRP is 100, it's more like 200 quid now, isn't it? So they're a bit silly. The Merchant Navy I'm after next is the unrebuilt Southern Black one, I think it is, and also the BR Blue one, but we'll see. Goodness knows when they'll be coming along now, but hopefully sometime soon, hopefully. Right, found a few BR green models with 21 pin sockets. Okay, so they've not done they've not done a 21 pin modern Apple green one then, have they? Okay. That's a shame, but then again, they probably wouldn't sell that many of them these days at 200 quid because Hornby's is a much better value, isn't it? Okay. Just checked purchase history. Got a Bachmann Tornado for 69. That's insane, Jake. No wonder you're happy with it for that. No, mine wasn't that cheap. Definitely not. Oh, a Dapol track cleaner, says Adam. Again, they're badly designed, aren't they, really? I only use the vacuum cleaner on it these days. But I'll give them that. The vacuum cleaner is very, very good. It's not strong enough, really, because every time a bit of ballast goes into it, it breaks off one of the fins and I have to glue them back on. But it is still the best way to vacuum the tracks every week, so I'll give them that. £200 for the J... No, not for the J70. The J70 was... I don't know what the RRP was. I think I paid 100 and... Was it 110? No, it can't have been as little as that. It might have been 120. The RRP is a bit more. Is it 130 odd? I'm not entirely sure. Hang on. Let's have a look on model rail offers. J70. The RRP is £127.50. Woo! So yes, I mean for what it is, it's reasonably affordable. But when you think that it's just an 060 tank engine, it's rather pricey. But I think you get what you pay for the most part. Would you Helgen steam loco again? Says Ty Nuns. No, I would not. Hornby should produce a Saint class. Yeah, Adam, I'd like to see that. I think they did do, didn't they, once? Was it next Dapol one or something? There are Saint classes out there, I think. Oh yes, the BR Blue Canadian Pacific, yes. Me and Mark have both got one. Mark got one at Worley, I think it was, at some point. And they are very nice. They're very nice. Yeah. Duke's getting nervous about the Dapol 43XX I've pre-ordered. You know, I would hope after all these botches that their new releases are going to be okay. I might have pre-ordered one. Have I pre-ordered one? Or it might have been the Large Prairie that I pre-ordered, but I would certainly love to try one. Let's have a look. I'm terrible for this. I seem to forget what I have pre-ordered. Yes, I've got one pre-ordered, yes. They're not bad though, are they? £135. It's not bad. It's got to be good for that price. But it might be. Hopefully it will be. Right. O-Gauge is so affordable in the UK. In Germany, it's expensive. £600 for a steam loco. Yeah, that does seem a bit much, Leon. I'd agree with you there. Although in this country, some of the steamers, I mean, Hatton's Pacifics are £750, but really they don't look bad for that. Most people seem to think that's a good price. Still stopping me pre-ordering the Mana from Dapol though. Oh, what's that, Jake? Your concerns about their problems. I have ordered one. Partly because obviously if it's good, I'll want one. But if it's not, I'll also want to spread the word about it because obviously it's something that a lot of people will want. And you know, no dislike towards Dapol or anything like that. A lot of their models are really, really good. But unfortunately, at those prices, things have got to be perfect, and if they're not, I think they need to be exposed, don't they? Because it happens too often, and a little bit of testing would probably save them a lot of this trouble. But we'll see. Yeah, you're right, yeah, American British Railways, but 750 is good for an O-Gauge Pacific. It's not cost effective for me because I would never be able to make that kind of money back, and obviously my layout isn't really designed for big locos like that. Are there any locos named after painters? Picasso, Van Gogh, says Trace. Not that I know of. If you know of anyone, folks, let us know. Oh, okay, Jake. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I was going to say I've ordered one. Yeah, their latest stuff does seem to be a bit better. I mean, like the B4, for example, that was a reasonably modern one. Wasn't 100% happy with it, but at least mechanically they were a bit better, weren't they? Well, they ran all right. Okay. Speaking of which, when is the Helgen Tango? I'm not sure about that, Adam. I'm not sure what their fate will be yet. We shall see. you've got those nasty people like Barry Davis, who's a moron, by the way, who keep going on about it. I think there's something wrong with him, though. I don't want to obviously shame him publicly, but yeah, he is a bully if you know him. Just be careful. There are quite a lot of people that have been stung by him, but no, obviously I wouldn't ever do him the justice of having him mentioned in a video or anything. Just gets completely ignored. I have a couple of renamed, or got etched nameplates. Oh, that sounds cool. What are those, American British Railways? Okay, Trace, no problem. Thank you very much for dropping in, and thanks for your support as always. It's very good of you. Okay, yep, see you next time, Trace. Yes, indeed. Get a G-Scale Bachmann Thomas Sam. Oh, yes, I did see some of those. They do quite a range in the G-Scale, don't they? Yeah, they look very impressive, actually. Might look into G-Scale one day, but we'll see. I don't know where I'd do it. I have no idea at all, but it might be nice. The other thing I wanted to ask you about was what do you think about the servicing streams? How do you think they've been going? Have you been enjoying them? Have you been watching them? Would you like to see more? I'm thinking that I will hopefully try to keep doing them at least for another week after this week. So next week I'm hoping to do them. And if lockdown ends, I think I will stop doing those as well, because obviously I've got to, get back to normal at some point, because like I say, it is quite tiring. But I mean, it's not tiring, but it's just, for example, this week I filmed videos Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday mornings. Tuesday afternoon I was doing a stream. Wednesday afternoon it was Jack's stream with Hattons. This afternoon it's you guys. Tomorrow it's going to be the live stream again. It's just quite not stressful, but obviously just a lot to do. And obviously I don't mind doing it, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. But yeah, I don't want to do it forever. And it's also not that great for the channel either, because it's obviously filling it up with loads of videos that everybody can't watch, and because obviously there's so much, if people aren't watching every single one, the algorithm sort of takes that to mean that people aren't so interested, and it can have a negative impact on statistics and that. But yeah, there's more important things going around at the moment, and so that's why I want to do it. But yes, let me know what you think. Oh, you Flying Scotsman has etched nameplates. So William Stanier, cool. Etched nameplates do look fantastic, don't they? It's hard to beat them, really. Oh, Jake's been enjoying them. Oh, thank you very much. They have actually gotten a bit more interesting, haven't they, since I've started remotoring things. I think as soon as I started restoring some of those old engines, like that Kleinbahn, I think they did get interesting then, didn't they? Because it was all new to me as well, stuff that I'd never experienced before. So I've been enjoying them. When's the 1361 going to be crushed? I don't know about that. It's not worth the time to be crushed, is it? But we'll see. I would like to destroy it in a magnificent way at some point, but I can't do it anytime soon, because I've got to save it for my worst model trains of 2020 video. Yes, planning ahead. Yeah, Ty, Hornby should make an underground starter train set, although do you think there are a lot of underground enthusiasts? I know there are a few, but obviously there'd need to be more than a few in order to, well, have Hornby justify it. But it would be cool, wouldn't it? I'd love to try an underground set. I suppose people from the Isle of Wight would like that. I think Pac-Man makes one. Oh, yes they do, but they're not very good. So IC82 reviewed one. Actually, he thought it was good, but I didn't. But that's fine. I'd love to see the S8 stock again, stock from Bachmann. Oh, really? I'll have to look that up, Leon. Thank you. Yes, I'll check that out. Where is the live stream tomorrow? I haven't announced it yet, but hopefully it's just going to be one of my servicing restoration type streams. So it should be about 1:15, I'm hoping, all being well. We shall try. Oh, the Granger's nearly finished, says Adam. Wow, is it really? Core. Whereabouts is that, Adam? I'd love to see that sometime. Exciting. And the new Patriot, yes. And the P2. Wow, there are a lot of new builds coming out, aren't there? Fantastic. Yes, I do indeed have Circle, the Ugly Duckman. Yes, I certainly do. By the way, speaking of Circle, I could probably show you another little snippet from that review if you like. Let's see. There's an extra inclusion which I haven't spoken about before, so let's show you a bit of that. Are you ready? Hang on. Let me just find the part that I need. Okay. Is everybody ready? Da, 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 da. What could this be? Prepare to be amazed. Look at him. Wow. And he's got a magical feature as well. Wait for this. Wait for it. Wait for it. Has it frozen? Nope, nope. His arms are made of rubber. So, and they're all cracked, of course, because rubber doesn't last very well. Well, latex, I imagine. And he can do nasty salutes as well. Bagman. It's quite a strange situation because Underground Ernie, it ran for just one series, I believe. It was never very successful. It never really took off. And yet Bagman created a massive, massive range of stuff. Buildings, loads and loads of engines, probably several train sets. And they must have spent a fortune on the toolings and all this stuff for them. And it wasn't even a popular franchise. It's just died out entirely. They must have lost a lot of money on that. It's crazy. Maybe they just jumped the gun and assumed it would become as popular as Thomas and Friends, but it didn't. Because the animation was terrible for a start. If you look up an episode, it's really weird. The engines are like made of jelly and they morph around and stuff. It's really odd. And for some reason, the train sets are still around. I mean, that tells you. I mean, this is 2008, something like that, the series came out. Well, it's 2020 now, and they still haven't sold all the train sets. Crazy. Oh, Mark's here. I didn't see you there, Mark. Oh, sorry, yes, it was slightly earlier, yes. I'm sorry, Mark, I didn't give you very much warning. I keep forgetting that you don't see the posts. I made a post a few days ago about this. Oh, well, Mark, thanks for coming. I'm glad you managed to see the message. But yes, servicing stream hopefully tomorrow. We'll see. An email. Yes, I did get it, Ronan. Yeah, I showed the picture, I believe. Yes. Oh, no, I didn't. Yes, it was a video. Okay. Hang on then. Media source. Ronan. Oh. What was that? Oh, I think it might be on its side. Oh. Is that live steam? Wow. Ooh, that's big. It looked like there was a fire underneath the boiler there. Yeah, there is. It looks like it's a rocket. What sort of thing is that, Ronan? The live steam rocket. Wow. That's incredible, Ronan. Thank you very much for that. Awesome. Right, let's see what Leon sent then. Oh, some pictures of his locos. Alright, let's save this one then. Leon. And I think Ethan. It's not Ethan. Ethan's not here, is he? I think that's just a random email from somebody. Okay. I'll look at that later then. I don't think it was something to be read out on the chat. Right, hopefully the new picture should be in this slideshow now, so we'll have a look. Ah, Mark loves Underground Ernie. You've got the DVD somewhere. You're annoyed it didn't work. So you didn't find it terrifying then, Mark? That's very interesting. I have to say I was frightened to death when I first saw the engine circle. Frightened the life out of me. Right. Here's Leon. Wow, Leon, they look very cool. Look at those. I recognise at least one of those. Very bright, realistic looking lights as well. Quite a nice bit of glare from those too. Yes, I am hoping to get the rocket. I can tell you guys, because you're exclusive. I have got on pre-ordering. I was very lucky. I pre-ordered it early, so I did manage to get one, but not got it yet, of course. Right. One series, then it went underground. Yes, it certainly did, Duckman. Yeah, I think that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to beat Thomas and Friends, but they failed to realise that the underground locos don't quite have the same charm as the E2 and other steamers. Yeah, children don't like diesels. I could have told them that. Steam locos every time with children. Just silly. And of course, Bachmann would have been the guys to have jumped on that bandwagon, wouldn't they? Because, let's be honest, a lot of the time they don't really understand their customers, do they? Hence their total lack of social media presence. I don't know. Good old Bachmann, eh? Should make a Rainhill Trials collection. They should, Ty. They should. Wouldn't that be amazing? Some of those really old-timey locos. It really would be good, that. That's a very good idea, Ty. You ought to let Hamptons have that one. Send them a message. You bought the standard 4-2MT by Bachmann and bought 3 more coaches by Lima, Trying and Hornby from Hamptons. Oh, nice, William. Have they arrived yet? Are they good? It was speeding like a rocket too, Sharky. Yeah, all the rocket models seem to race. Mark, hope you received my email. Have I? I don't see one from Mark. Hang on. Junk. No. I'm not seeing one, Mark. Sorry. No. I haven't seen one. Try again. Word is, if Lion sells well, Hornby will look into magic and more vintage items. What's Lion, Duckman? Have they got a lion coming out? I would love that. It's meth fired and it isn't really controllable. Yeah, Ronan Trailways. Yeah, I can imagine that. But it's cool, isn't it? How cool. There was some, I did see there was some actual model steam engines on Amazon. I can't remember what the brand was, but I really wanted to try one. What was the brand? Willesco's one of them. But that's not the big brand, is it? Who makes... Oh, it's Mamod, that's it. Yeah, Mamod steam engines. If you look at those on Amazon, some of them look really cool. I'd love to get like a bulldozer traction engine of some sort. Yeah, there's some really, really nice ones. Steamrollers they've got. Ah, I can dream, can't I? I can dream. Would be great. Anyway, not right now. That's true, Mark. Yeah, they probably don't like diesels because of 08s. But also, I mean, they don't have all that movement, do they? I mean, steam locomotives are a lot more visually interesting to children because they've got the smoke, they've got the whistles, which are more child-friendly. You've got the motion usually on the sides. You can see the wheels a lot better, so it's more obvious how they work, really. Yeah, I just think steam over diesel for kids. Easily. Yep, you're right, American British Railways. Hornby have realised that by connecting with their customers and actually acting like human beings, I guess, is a great strategy. And you've got Mike on their YouTube channel who's connecting with people like me. Obviously, I think that's a good idea, but you know what I mean? Just actually not just talking down to their customers and expecting them to buy these things. You know what I mean? Just releasing products, high prices. You buy them, you don't, that's it really. Hornby are actually making more of an effort, I would say, to connect. It really is just connecting with the customers. They've got all this content going out onto their channel, the memories, they're publishing actual customers' stories these days about their hobby, and I just think that's such a good way to do it. Same with Hattons, really. They've got the live streams, they're in touch all the time with their customers. It's just so much more personal, and I really do think that if you feel like a certain company is your friend, you'd be much more inclined to spend that kind of money with them if you know you can trust them and you know you've got a face and a voice to associate with the company. There's an awful lot to be said for that, rapport and such. Hey, they have a Twitter manager now. Their stuff is pretty funny. Is this Bachmann? I know they've got a USA. I've got an account. Let me have a look. But Bachmann branch line. Yeah, they've got Bachmann Trains USA on Twitter, but it ain't got nothing to do with Bachmann Europe, I don't think. Yeah. It says, this account is run and managed by Bachmann USA. Non-Bachmann USA questions, comments and concerns can be directed to Bachmann's website. In other words, don't mention British stuff to us because we don't care. Yeah, I don't know why they don't seem to like the internet very much, do they? Speaking of emails, I haven't sent one from my fake account in a while. Maybe. Oh gosh, which one's this, Mark? Which one's this? Lion, the Titfield Thunderbolt. Yeah. I know the engine. I didn't know there was a model of Lion though. Is there? Right. What's this? What's this, Mark? Which email have you sent me? Mamod is O-gauge. I don't know about what size they are. They could be, couldn't they? I don't mean the steam locos. They do like static steam engines. I don't know what the scale is. They look larger than O-gauge, but perhaps they're not. Perhaps they're not. Yeah, you wouldn't embarrass me, Mark. Let me know what it is. I could do with a laugh. More of a steam lover. Yeah, me too, Adam. I think I am as well. 37s for one. Oh, certainly, yeah. They've got some very good models. I know their 37s are supposed to be good. Oh, yeah. And their Atlantics are fantastic in steam too. Yeah, American British Railways. It is nicer, yeah. And Mike's very good with the content, as you can tell. Good diesel taste. Westerns are bay. Yeah, the Westerns look fantastic. Got to love those. US Bachmann at least. Harmex are fun. You can make custom head codes with them. Oh, on Train Simulator, yeah. It would be cool, wouldn't it, to have an easier way of putting custom head codes into locos. That would be fun. Stania coronation with the plates. Oh, really? Ah, Mark, I now have one from you as well. Right, let's get these pictures in there. P2. Oh, Mark sent me some of the Clockwork ones, so I'll just choose one and put that in. Cool. Right. Images. Let's get these last ones in if I can. A directory. Here we go. Oh, look at that. That's in marvellous condition, isn't it? Look at that. Amazing. Right. Love the tractors. Are you talking about the Mamod ones, Duckers? Oh, and there's the Stania with the nameplate as well. Cool. That did look good. I've missed it now. It'll be back in a second. Hymec. Oh, a Hymec project. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, those nameplates are great. They stand out as well, don't they? That's very good. Acura Scale are releasing the Mark Vs. Looking forward to buying one to run. Oh, the 68, yeah, that should be great. I've not bought one of the brakes yet, Adam, the Great Western Toads. It is on my list though. I will have to look out for those, see if I can maybe get one. Oh, the Duke of Rawsome. I'm not sure about that Duke. You ought to see my inbox. It's insane. There's pages and pages of them from just this morning. So those that I'm reading them all, but I'm only responding to those that are sort of asking questions. But I haven't got through them all yet. But I will try to, Duke. I will look out, no problem. I haven't thought of a sound decoder, no. for my merchant navies, Adam. But maybe that would be good to try. Yes, that would be nice. Does anybody make one? Yeah, I very much like that. Anyway, folks, I think we will about wrap that up. You guys, thank you so much for your continued support. It is lovely to see you all here, and I hope you'll continue to enjoy being members. I hope you like the little extras I've been posting for you, and obviously getting early access and all that stuff. So thank you all so much. You take care of yourselves. Obviously, look after yourselves and don't get ill or anything like that, and hopefully we'll all get through this no problem. Hopefully the situation next time I talk with you next month's exclusive stream, hopefully things will be very different, and we might be able to go to more heritage railways and that sort of thing. That would be good, wouldn't it? Hopefully. Alright folks, well, you guys take care, like I say, and I will see you very soon. You'll get your early access to the J70 video tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime though, enjoy yourselves, try and make the best of the time you got, I guess, and I will see you very soon. Alright. Cheers folks, I will see you very soon.